Hey, what's going on, guys? Dino here, and today I'm playing War Thunder. So, I'd like to talk about today that I was gifted an account. And I'm very happy to have this account. It has, it doesn't have much taste, but it has, like, loads and loads of planes on all the nations. As you can see here, loads of planes, even jets. More planes. Yeah. So the guy has been playing this game since like 2014, and he gave this account to me for free. And so sometime later on, I will be streaming, and that way you can watch the stream, and in the comments you can request a plane, and I will be able to place a plane as long as it's not like a real high tier jet. Right now I'm working on getting the TU4. Yeah, a lot of you don't like the TU4. But, so this plane is won in the Victory Day battle, or where the guy that gave me this account, he got it back in 2014 Christmas special, where you can win the I-301. I'll show you the specifications for this aircraft. So, on these two I load tracers, because it's, armor-piercing incendiary tracer bullet, armor-piercing incendiary and armor-piercing tracer, and then armor targets is armor-piercing incendiary shell and fragment range incendiary shell. These have the highest damage ratings, but I mean, not as much ammo as to be desired, but it's still pretty good. I mean, it doesn't take much ammo to take out, even a small bomber. But usually this is best for going after fighters and attack aircraft and small bombers. Not the big one, you might waste too much ammo. It's also really quick. It's like fast. I don't know. I can't remember. There's something about it. It's like it got the best armament for its tier. 5 guns, all nose mounted. So anyway, I will show you a replay with the wrong one. With the Terror of Tier 1. And I will wait and tell you when it loads. Alright, here we are. So this is the I-103. Russian rank 1 fighter with, a nice big 23mm cannon in front. I'll let you know this plane is just fantastic. So, let's check out. So now let's see how you want players view. Okay. So this is again a plane that's really enjoyable to fly. It is good for helping you learn how to aim, but again you have to unlock it, so it is still very enjoyable to fly, and a lot of people don't like fighting against it, and you'll see why here in a minute. So we are in Korea, fighting in World War II aircraft for some reason. And this is actually my first flight in this thing. And if you do have the time to unlock it, and you do actually put in the time to unlock it, say if they have another tournament, it is worth it. Again, using the C key to check your surroundings. I'm going to start heading towards that B-34. and try to engage him. So I'm a little bit, cautious here though, because I have a feeling that somewhere up real high there's some fighters. But I think I ended up being low tier. Nope, no I wasn't. So I'm just again climbing the altitude, because the old saying of speed is life, altitude is life insurance. This thing is pretty fast for its tier, 311 miles per hour. So I'm going to be diving on this B-34. And then I see this guy, so I kind of think about whether I should go after him or should I go after the guy beneath me. Because, see, he's closest, but if I dive on the other guy, I have better energy state, but now he's turning in, so I'm trying to turn with him. He's turning away, kind of waiting to open fire here. A little low. This plane takes a good bit of trigger patience. And we're not going to talk about how bad my aiming is, but I did get a nice hit on his engine. So now he's going to make a mistake, which is level off. And I just set him on fire here. Well, no, I just straight up take him out, I think. Did I just straight up take him out? Pretty sure he was still alive. Well, I mean, he's on fire, so I kind of figure that he just burned, but somehow, miraculously, he manages to put out that fire. So I have to dive back down on him here. So I cut down the engines to cool down the engine. Even though this has a infinite wep time, I prefer the engines to stay cool on it. Oh, he's trying to do the thing, but he dumps the bomb. Yeah, you cheeky turd. See? He's trying, I don't know if you saw, but he's trying to drop bombs so that you get to the bomb radius here, but makes a mistake, and yeah, there he goes. Almost don't pull up there, but I take him out with that shot. And that's the first frag. So P40. I'm kind of cautious about this big fur ball down there. There's a bunch of there's 4 enemy planes and 2 friendlies, so I'm thinking about going after one of them. So I decided to go after the P40 here. Even though I think he's at a superior energy state. Boomerang. So now this isn't good for me. Combat flaps, and then he makes a pretty big mistake. He stalls himself out in the air. So that's his central gear leg out, which means his elevator's out, so he can't pull up his plane and he just crashes into the water. Like so. That's the second frag in the match. So now this boomerang is conveniently next to me, and the lags of the yaks are known for low altitude fighting. And some more poor aiming. But there, got him. Third frag. So, this is the point now where I just end up returning to the base. To rearm. And by the time I do return to the base, there's only one plane left, and yeah, I just barely didn't get my 4th kill, but 3 is still really good in realistic mode. This plane is, again, really fun to fly in realistic mode. I like how this seems so slow, but I'm going 110 miles per hour. Now, another thing you want to do, and I feel like kind of a noob player will do this, is that they'll put out their gear, but if you look at my flaps are all the way down like that. And the reason is I have landing flaps on. Landing flaps will help slow you down faster, kind of like air brakes. And all planes have landing flaps, so I'm doing this to fishtail and slow down. But, you know, there isn't that much much of a match left. Jeez, man, that was the hardest time I find my words there. So, I've rearmed now, and I am going to take back off. Then we put takeoff flaps on, put the engine to full, and begin the takeoff. So now I'm trying, you know, I figured out at this point there's only one person on the enemy team left. And so I have this assumption that, you know, a lot of people will do this, is they will basically camp their own airfield. You know, and around your airfield there's AAA defending it. So it's either you risk going in there and strafing and taking out the last target, or the AAA shoots you down. And I don't like AAA, because I don't like RNG things. I've had this happen to me when I was first playing the German fighters on a realistic mode. A Hurricane was camping its carrier. So now I'm kind of wondering whether or not, you know, I think if you see in the chat. So I see flak down there, so I decided to head towards him. It's a Hudson. And again, you know, this plane is quite good. Probably one of my favorite planes. And if you have it, I encourage that you try it, because it is obviously an excellent plane to fly out. And anyways, guys, that'll probably be the end of the video here. If you have enjoyed this fly out of the I103, please leave a like in the comments below, and please request the next plane you would like to see in these series of videos. Also, again, I will be streaming maybe tomorrow or later in the day. Probably today because it's rainy outside and I can't go play golf. You stinking yak. But anyways, guys, I hope you'll have a good day, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.